Good morning, children. Welcome back to Max Track 1 section. Okay, up to before class, we finished how to find out the square roots. Okay, like 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit. The many digits also you came to know how to find out the square root. And I am very happy so many children have sent that we understand the clear concept. The concept is very clear and they have sent me the message. Okay, thank you. And coming to today's class. Okay, in today's class you have to know that whether it is a perfect square or not. Okay, so how can easily identify? If it is a perfect square only, we can go for finding the square root. If not, no need to find out the square root. So today's class we will see that how to find out whether it is a perfect square or not. Okay children, see here. Here the digits like 2, 3, 7 or 8. That means the digits like 2, 3, 7 or 8. Which is there in the units place. These are the numbers. These are the numbers. That means these are the digits 2, 3, 7, 8. Is there in the units place. It is there in the units place. They all comes under what? Not a perfect square number. That means no need to find out it's a square roots. Listen very carefully. Suppose 5, 2. 52 I gave you. That means here the ones digit is 2. That means clearly you can say that it is not a perfect square. So even how much the big number given like this 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this. So if they given the number, if they are asked to find out the square root, then immediately you can say that it is not a perfect square. How can you say that it is not a perfect square? Here there is a rule that the units digit, that means this is the units digit which is going to end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Now if you see clearly here, 8 is there. Okay, so here it ends with 8. That means it is not a perfect square. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means this number is not a perfect square and no need to find out the square root. Simply we can write it is not a perfect square. Okay children? And coming to the next important point is the square root of even number. That means suppose 2 is there. If you multiply 2 square means 4. That means square root of 4 is nothing but 2. That means when you find the square root of even number, here it is 4. The square root of even number, you always gets the even number. Okay. And the square root of odd number. Okay. Suppose 169 is a odd number. So what is the square root of this? 13. So it is also a odd number. That means whenever you find the square root of even number, remember that you are going to get even number answer. When you are going to find for the odd number, see that the solution you have to get that odd number. Okay, is it clear children? Now, basing on this, we will do the exercise. Okay. Okay, so before starting of the exercise, I would like to tell you one more important point here. Suppose here the question is given 1. Here, what is the ones place children? Here it is 1. If you multiply the units place, means square, if you do the square, if you do the square of units digit, what you are going to get? That means here the units digit is 1. Square in the sense multiply 1 into 1. That means 1 into 1 is 1. Okay. Means the square of unit digit. Here it is the unit digit. If you do the square of unit digit, that means again you are going to get the 1. So suppose here I am giving the question 92. Just I am not asking you whether it is a perfect square or not. Simply I gave here 92. And what is the units place here? 2. The square of units digit is what? 2 into 2. 2 square. That means 4 is the solution. Okay. Now listen very carefully. Now we are entering into exercise 6.1. Okay children. Now coming to the exercise point, that is exercise 6.1. Do you think I am going to give you now CW? No, I am very good boy. You know that? I am going to give only homework. Okay, see here. What will be the unit digit of the squares of the following numbers? That means here he has given that a perfect squares. The first question is given 81. Now what will be the unit digit of the square of the following? That means here 1 is there. Square means simply you can write the solution 1 into 1 because the ones place is, that means units place is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. So simply you can write answer 1. Okay, so like this you have to do it homework. Next, I'll explain for you sixth question. 2, 6, 3, 8, 7. Okay, so don't think whether it is a perfect square or not. Just simply is asking square of units digit. Square of units digit. Listen that question very carefully. What will be the unit digit of the squares of the following numbers? Okay, that means if you do the square, take a units place here 7. 7 sevens are how much? 49. So what is the units place? 9. So the answer is simply you can write here 9. Okay children, is it clear? Next, coming to the second question. That means second Roman. This is first Roman. The following numbers are obviously not perfect squares. Give reason. Okay, just now we discussed how you can easily identify whether it is a perfect square or not. Okay, if it is not a perfect square, you just simply write the reason behind that. Okay, see here 1057. 1057. Okay, now as we discussed that if the digits ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8. So if you clearly observe that 2, 3, 7 or 8 are there in the units place, then we can say that it is not a perfect square. Now the first question is here 1057. That means here the units digits ends with 7. Here the units digits ends with 7. So what happened then? Here it is not a perfect square. You can write 1057 is not a perfect square. Not a perfect square. And he asked the reason behind that. So reason is what? What you write the reason? The number which ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8 are not perfect squares. So for every sum, okay, if it is a perfect square, no need to write anything. If it is not a perfect square, we can write the reason behind that. Okay, so first and second question, same model. Okay, you can write like that. Okay, first model I explained and the second also I explained. Now coming to the third question. The squares of which of the following would be the odd numbers? Okay, now we will discuss the third question, children. Okay children, listen very carefully. The third question here. The third question is very clear. The squares of which of the following would be odd numbers? That means here the question is 431. That means we can say very clearly that the square. So no need to do full sum, that is square. Take units place 1. If you do 1, square means that means the units digit, whatever the units digit here. If you do the square in the sense that adhe number to multiply cheyadandi. Okay, so 1 into 1, so 1. So is it 1 is an odd number or even number? Odd number. So that means 431 is an odd number. Sorry, is a odd number. Okay, is a odd number. Next, suppose for checking second question 2826. Here the ones digit is 6. If you multiply with the same number, 6 6 are 36. Here you are getting the even number. But the question itself is asking that whether it is odd or not. So it is a even number. So no need to write. Okay, just write here it is an even number. Next, coming to the third question here, 7779. So 9 here. So 9 nines are 81. That means 1. 1 is an odd number. That means 7779 is an odd number. So like that you have to write. Okay. And coming to 4, 5, 6. Okay. Those are the patterns. Children, it's like a aptitude. Simply we'll call it as like a puzzle or whatever it may be, whatever you think. Okay. So 4, 5, 6 questions. 4, 5, 6 questions. Do it in the textbook itself. Try to understand the pattern. Try to understand. Not simply by saying one time, sir, I did not understand, and post one message to me. Just 2 or 3 times at least you try it and get the solution. Still, if you are unable to understand, then okay, message me. Definitely I am going to explain. Next, 6th question. Using the pattern, find the missing numbers. That also same model. So as I told you, 4, 5, 6 questions homework. I mean all are homework, but 4, 5, 6 can be finished up in the textbook itself. Okay. Now coming to the 7th question, which is very easy. Okay. See the 7th question, children. What is the 7th question is given here? Without adding, find the sum. The 7th question is without adding, it seems. So actually the first question is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Actually the first thing what you observe here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. If you clearly observe that, those are all odd numbers. Okay, what he has given all are odd numbers. But he is given the question is very tricky, without adding. But he gave the symbol here plus and is asking us to not to add. Like means 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. Like that he is asking us not to do at all. అంటే వాళ్ళు అసలు ఎడిషన్ చేయొద్దు అంటున్నారు, కానీ యాడ్ చేయమన్నారు. హౌ? సో వితౌట్ యాడింగ్ హౌ కెన్ యూ టెల్ వెరీ ఈజీలీ? లిసన్ వెరీ కేర్ఫుల్లీ. ద ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ వాట్ ఐ టోల్ యూ హియర్, observe that those are all odd numbers. That means the trick what I am going to tell you now, it is applicable only for the odd numbers. Okay, now count here. How many digits are there? Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are there. 5 5s. How much? 5 into 5. That is 25. That means is asking without doing addition. Just tell me the answer. Means count the number of digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 5s 25. See, if you want to check, you can check it. 1 plus 3 4. 4 plus 5 9. 9 plus 7 16. 16 plus 9 25. Okay. Suppose sometimes they may ask you a question. They'll give you 25. They'll give you 25 and they'll ask you to write in the form of odd numbers. They'll give you 25. They'll ask you to write in the form of odd numbers. Then you have to write 25 equals to 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 odd numbers if you write, it is enough. Okay. Now, one more example I am giving you here. Look at it very carefully. Suppose 25 I gave you very clearly, you told. Now if I give you 36. Now if I give you 36 and I'll ask you to write in odd numbers. Write in the form of odd numbers. Then you write 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 36. Okay. Next. 7th Roman. Second question I am telling you. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. All are odd numbers. Count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tens are 100. So total 100. That means without doing the addition, you can tell very easily the answer. Similarly, if they give the 100 and if they ask in terms of odd numbers, you have to write in this form. Okay? Now, so without knowingly, you finished 7th and 8th model question. That means 7th question model and 8th question model, you finished it. Next, coming to the 9th question, and it is the end of this exercise. Okay, the 9th question. Okay children, it's a 9th question here. How many numbers lies between squares of the following numbers? There the first question is given 12 and 13. 12 and 13. Okay. Now is asking that how many numbers lies between squares of the following numbers. That means actually 12 is there. Squares means 12 square and here 13 square. You will do here 12 square means 144 and here 13 square means 169. That means is asking how many numbers lies between 144 and 169. Is asking how many numbers lies between 144 and 169. Okay, is it the question is clear? But it is very difficult to find out if they are big numbers. Okay, so that's why I'll tell you a small trick. Instead of doing all this, okay, just take the first number itself here. What is the first number here? 12. Okay, that means whatever the number in the first, you just take it that number. So multiply 2 into 12 plus 1. You add 1. That means the concept is 2n plus 1. That means if you want to find out between numbers, between square roots, that means 12 square means 144, 13 square means 169. So between any two numbers like this, like square of those numbers, you want to find out the numbers means 2n plus 1, where n is the starting number and plus 1 is the rule. It is a rule. 2n plus 1 is a rule. That means 2 12s are 24 plus 1. So 25. That means between 144 and 169, there are 25 numbers are there. Okay. Similarly, if you see the second question, 25 and 26. Now here the same rule you can applicable here. That means 2 into 25 plus 1. 2 25s are 50 plus 1. So that is 51. That means 25 square and 26 square. In between 25 square and 26 square, there are 51 numbers. Okay, is it clear? And children, actually it means Friday. Friday is Ganesh Chaturthi for you holiday. Okay, so I don't want to disturb you on that day actually, because we have to finish the syllabus as soon as possible, because right from 16th or 15th onwards you have to come to the school for correction. Okay, you have to come to the school for correction, so get ready for that. Okay, so that's what I am telling you. Mostly I want to complete it before 15. So that's what second Saturday, that means 11th is second Saturday holiday, but just I'll post one video, just simply finish up. Okay, whatever the video I'm posting, just listen and carefully and try to finish up that. Okay, mostly I'll finish up by, I'm taking on Monday also class, that means Monday extra class, Monday or Tuesday. Okay, just 2 days or 3 days I can finish the syllabus. Possible Sunday also if I'll try. Okay, so mostly I'll finish up as soon as possible. Then because most of the sums are like for giving homework only, because today I gave you this one, that means full exercise complete. To be frank, maths homework exercise 6.1 full. That means you have to know the concept. Why I gave you the homework full means just I'll give you how to write, that's all. So because as I told you many times, how much hard work you do and how much practice you do maths, that much is better for you. Okay, that means exercise 6.1 is completed. So soon we are going to finish the chapter as soon as possible and try to finish up. Okay, because in the middle most of the sums you did it. Why? Because you know that you know how to find out the square roots, or 2 digit or 3 digit or 4 digit. In between any sums comes like that, I can give it to you as a homework. So Saturday please cooperate with me and we'll finish up the syllabus as much as early possible. Okay, children, and happy Ganesh Chaturthi. and possible try to keep the books, means it's whatever the subject you like or which are the subject you feel difficult. It's not like that the matter. Whatever, all the books also no problem. So place it near the God and pray for that. Okay. Wish you happy Vinayak Chavithi and have a good day for you all. Thank you children. Have a nice day.